Well, kind of. Welcome to the RCAD After Dark podcast. No Nick tonight, so no song. Chris said he was going to try and come up with one, but he said, I'm too tired. Fuck it. I don't care. Yep. I'm not doing it.
Sad.
That's true. That's actually really happened. That's exactly what just happened.
Except for the part where you coming up with a song, but everything else was true.
I thought we were going to go like some kind of minimalist, like, just silent music, just like where it's just like, hey, here's 7 seconds of silence. Think about what you've done, kind of thing.
Okay. All right. That's always been my idea about school prayer.
Right.
Why don't you just have 2 minutes of silence and people can think about what their day is going to be like? You can pray if you want. You can pray to any God.
Leave that shit in the church. I don't know.
Well, I agree, but the simplest thing would be 2 minutes of just first class.
Here's a question for you.
Where
in the rest of your life do you ever pledge your allegiance to this flag? When have you ever pledged allegiance to the flag? Only in the indoctrination of school do we have to.
I did. I'll be honest with you. That never bothered me.
It's dumb
because I grew up in an era where we almost trusted the government. Then
you grew up in the era in which they put, one nation under God. They had to put that under God thing in there. So
yeah.
I digress.
Separation of church and state.
Yeah,
but it's okay. It's okay.
You can have your God and eat it too.
Yeah, so, God hates me, so I'm God's video game, and he has tons of quarters. I mean, there's nothing I can do.
Is anybody going to show up and listen to us ramble about this?
Well, there's 4 people in the chat. Jay's supposed to be here.
Oh, well, but don't tease people like that, and then he doesn't deliver. I mean,
I'm just saying. He said he'd be here.
Right.
His in-laws are in town, so I'm assuming that's why he. Randy says he took the oath to the Constitution for his job.
Really?
We had the pledge before Teamster meetings.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Wait, taking an oath and pledging your allegiance to the flag is 2 different things. Like, taking an oath to the Constitution is like, hey, I'm the president. I need to uphold the Constitution. Yada yada yada.
Well, so. I need to uphold it till it doesn't benefit me.
Right.
Then bets are off because I'm the president. I'm gonna fucking do whatever I want.
I can do whatever I want. It's not like you're God. So, but I don't know. Some people have narcissistic dreams of ruling the world. I'm drinking. Wait, tonight.
I'd like to thank Chris, Matt, and Nick for causing FOMO. Fuck up. What is it? What's FOMO?
Fear of missing out.
That sent me to Disney last week, where I spent so much money on Galaxy Edge.
Ooh, yes. I'm kind of curious as to what.
Yeah.
Oh, but he had a great time.
I'm drinking a beer I had at one of Jay's concerts. It's Mango Cart, Golden Road. It is like drinking. It's fantastic.
Oh, okay.
You know what I had gotten into recently.
Edibles.
Well, yeah.
Heroin.
Everyone and their grandmother's got their new like hard seltzer or vodka drink or like pre-canned beverage or whatever. Sunny D came out with like a
Sunny Delight
vodka drink. Yeah.
Wow.
And it's fucking delicious, dude.
I'm gonna write that down because that sounds pretty good.
Like I remember the first time I had it, I was like, wait a minute. This isn't supposed to be like this. This is dangerous. They are so good. Like they're sweet, but I can drink multiple ones. I don't get like sick of it.
Yeah.
Usually you have those sweet drinks. I'm like, I'll have like 1 or 2. I'll crush them. They're so good.
The one I got at Jay's concert, I had a cough, so I just had like put 2 cough drops in my mouth, and I go, get a beer. I go, it's gonna taste like a cough drop. I said, fine, I'll get a beer because I knew she wanted to sip some, but she didn't want to hold it, and so I got the Mango Cart one, and I was like, you couldn't take. It was so good, you didn't really taste the cough drop. So I was like, I gotta find it, and Colleen found it at Target.
Oh, nice. Circling back to Sunny D, do they make a purple stuff?
No, they don't. But I'll try some Sunny D. You know,
Is there a purple Sunny Delight drink?
No. Like in those
it's from
'90s
the commercial.
commercials. In those '90s commercials,
We got some orange juice, got the purple stuff, and some Sunny D.
Oh fuck! I want the Sunny D.
I'll try some of that Sunny D. Yeah.
I don't remember. I was.
They always said that. They always said purple stuff.
Purple.
Oh,
stuff,
what was I doing?
yeah.
Oh, raising a family and working. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well.
Well,
it's really good. It's really, really good. So I have recommend that if you see it in the store, pick up a 4-pack, and they're delicious.
Jack has frozen, and at least
Yeah,
he's happy.
He's happy.
This is how I like to remember. Last known photograph.
Right.
Jack, happy. So
Speaking of drinks, though,
yes.
I had some really overpriced drinks last night. I think I paid like $15 per. But we took my daughter to her first like small club show last night in Cambridge. So we not club like clubbing, but like we saw a band play at a club in Cambridge, right in Harvard Square.
Harvard.
And it was dude, it was crazy. It was like I think I got a Boston Mule, which is Bully Boy vodka. Like Moscow Mule, but and then I got my wife a ranch water, and they're like $15 a drink at these clubs. And I was like, my God, like
should at least come with a collectible glass or something, you know,
or like have it be like a ginormous drink, but they were not big at all. So
they know they can charge and get away with it.
Oh, it's crazy. But the thing is, like, it was funny the scene that was at this concert last night. It wasn't a drinking crowd. So like there was never ever a line at the bar, and no one, and no
which
one
was
had
perfect
drinks.
for you.
No, you know, I didn't drink because I was with my daughter. I drove into town. We weren't staying in town. So if I'm ever going into Boston, I don't drink if I'm driving home because it's like a 45-minute drive, and I don't want to deal with that shit.
Especially with your daughter. I mean,
right. But she had a blast. It was like her first concert, you know. So.
What was it? I was frozen. What was the concert?
Yeah, no, it's a band called Truesdale. Totally recommend. They're this trio of these women that we saw. They opened up for my wife and I saw them open up for a concert that she and I went to earlier this year. And I remember going to this show at the House of Blues in Boston, and then these three women are on stage and just like tearing it up. You know, it's like. These guys are incredible. Like they're actually really super, super good. You know, and they're definitely much more like a folksy, like almost like a Taylor Swift trio-ish type of thing, where like one of the girls plays guitar, one of the girls sings and plays hand percussion with like tambourines and shakers and stuff, and the third girl plays keys. There's a couple of dudes in the background that totally get washed out of the whole show because there's the drummer and the guitarist in the background. But they are phenomenal performers and singers, and we've gotten into them over the past few months. And I told my daughter, hey, if they ever come back on their own, I'll totally take you to one of their shows. And sure enough, they did. So we got. You said she's really into music, right? My daughter, yeah, she is. So I've got a lot to live up to because earlier this year, her friend and her friend's parents invited her and took her to the Eras tour with Taylor Swift.
Oh, right.
Oh, man.
So that was like that's like her barometer, right? It's like she's like Gillette Stadium, Taylor Swift's like craziness. Then we take her to like a club that held maybe 100 people. You know what I mean? So it was just like a definite change, and it was great to see. Like you always see those videos of people like posting the dads or moms, their kids at the concerts, and it's kind of like watching their kids have a good time. That's what it was all about last night, and she had a blast. She was the only kid there, and it was all like college age or 20 to 40 was the age range there, and I think I tipped the scales for the crowd. But
you were pushing that medium age.
Oh yeah, I was pushing the age. But it was really good to see her, like she's like dancing around, having fun, like a few people like kind of looked over and saw her, like, and like people who were there were like, that's cool, like there's a girl here, like it was just a lot of fun. But it was a late night, so we all got back home late last night and had a full day of work today.
She have school?
Oh yeah, she went to school this morning.
Oh, nice. That's sucking it up. That's good job.
Yeah, absolutely. She did skip her field hockey practice to go, which I don't think her coach is too happy, but yeah, what the fuck ever.
Hey, you gotta live. You gotta live.
Yeah,
you gotta
have those experiences. But yeah, that was fun. That was a nice mom and dad moment to watch our daughter have a blast. At the show. So yeah,
there you go.
That's
cool.
Almost. Am I frozen?
You're frozen, but at least that's better. Okay, now you're blurry.
That's even better.
Ooh, I like it. It's kind of like
he's never looked better.
Thanks.
I almost texted you the other day, and I was like, I'm not gonna blow up Chris, and just bug him about this. But we went to New York City for kind of like a
New
York
City.
We did. Yeah.
You go there for the salsa?
We went there for the trials. So I kid. We it was just kind of a quick kind of a 3-day left on Friday. We left on Friday, which was my birthday, and got back on Tuesday. So it was a 3 full days there. And then some kind of bookend days of the travel, but we're headed back. So I got a few things to talk about in New York City. One, we're headed back home, and we're sitting in LaGuardia, and LaGuardia surprised me because it looks great. Like the areas that we were going through, I was expecting it to be like 1970s, like stained walls, like cigarette. I don't know what I was expecting, but it was at least decent. We're sitting there.
There were cockroaches last time I went through LaGuardia.
We're sitting there, and we're at the gate that we need to be at. We're a little bit early, and there is at our gate. They're boarding for Worcester. Did I pronounce it right?
Worcester.
Okay.
Worcester.
Because the flight attendant who was making the announcement murdered it. And
wash your sister.
You could tell the Massachusetts because they were all
the
groans.
Yeah, they were like correcting her and shouting out like how to pronounce it, and I was just like, oh, this is so Boston. Like I need to text Chris about this.
I would have to imagine that it was probably a saltier crowd of people. Because Worcester Airport is a municipal airport, I think. They're not municipal, regional. Like it's really small. Like they have it's like a one terminal airport. It's kind of like Wings, right?
It was a small.
It was nice.
It was a small airplane taking off.
Was hell in there?
Worcester is not like. It's not a nice place. Worcester is about about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour west of Boston. It's kind of like right in the center of Massachusetts. Lots of bad things happen in Worcester. But but it's interesting because
don't
airport
fuck up the name.
Yeah, that airport is relatively new, which is interesting, right? Because they actually do fly Worcester to New York and Worcester to, I want to say Orlando, perhaps.
Oh wow!
A
lot of people.
But it's like a super super small airport, and I've never flown out of there, and I probably won't ever, unless there's like a good deal from an airline that's flying through there. But it's I think JetBlue flies out of Worcester, but.
Well, Delta. We were.
Oh, I'm not joking. I'm sorry, Delta. It was Delta. Flies out of Worcester. But
So the other thing that I almost texted the RCAD group here. So it's we get to our hotel Friday night. We get in, unpack, and everything. Next morning, Saturday morning, we're waking up. And we're on the 11th floor, looking out over all of these buildings. And, just kind of getting ready for the day, and I'm looking over at one of these buildings, just like kind of across from us, not too far away, but
this is New York.
This is in New York, Manhattan.
Okay.
We're just south of Grand Central, right? I think we're on like 55th and 7th Avenue, roughly. So, really close to Times Square, but also really close to Central Park. And so we're looking out. Or I am at least looking out across these buildings, and I'm like, oh, there's a woman in a bathrobe over there. Huh. Well, that's kind of interesting. And then all of a sudden the bathrobe comes down.
Heyo.
And I was just like,
was it still a woman?
Yeah, it was.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Did you say, where are the binoculars?
Oh my gosh. I definitely was like, hey kids, look, a deer. You know,
Like, hey, look the other way.
Hey, look, honey, look, kid, Bigfoot.
it was definitely a rare sighting, and so
was it I don't want to go there.
Yeah. Well, at any rate, every morning I was always kind of like, so you got any more of that bathrobe action?
Nice.
Was it an apartment or was it a hotel?
That I could not figure out. I
don't think he was caring about it at that point.
I really
no.
didn't.
I'm saying because if you're expecting it every day,
right?
That,
For sure,
honey, we're gonna get this hotel again next time.
In fact, you know what? You guys go on without me.
Let's see. That is floor 1.
Sherry says a bear sighting.
A bear sighting. It was.
Oh, Sherry's checking in from Sedona, Arizona.
Okay,
all the way to Tacoma. Philadelphia, Atlanta, LA.
Yeah,
Sedona, Arizona. Yeah.
No, I know it's not Sedona.
Nope, definitely isn't. I want to go to Sedona. I've actually yearned to visit Sedona. It looks beautiful.
There's that really cool song called Sedona.
By Houndmouth. I love that song.
That song is so good. Yeah.
That song is actually really cool. It kind of tells the history of Sedona, Arizona, which I think is actually really awesome. So,
it's like
for those
a little
who don't
history.
know,
it's Tacoma.
Tacoma, Arizona, Philadelphia, Atlanta.
Atlanta, LA.
But the song by Houndmouth, Sedona, is really cool. It kind of tells the history about Sedona and how it was kind of like the first Hollywood until they got dropped like a hot rock and when they actually moved to Hollywood.
Talks about John Ford and no, it's a good song. So,
and now everyone's leaving Hollywood because it's too expensive.
Right.
Randy checking in from Salt Lake City.
Hey there, Salt Lake.
The place where taffy was invented. It's an old married man one. We used to do trivia between Jay and Warren Taffy.
And he thought it was from Salt Lake.
And the question was, where is Salt Lake taffy? Where was it invented?
I was a listener at that time.
Salt Lake. He said Salt Lake City.
I was screaming at Atlantic.
I go.
Where is saltwater taffy? Where does it originate from?
Atlantic City, isn't it?
Atlantic City.
Yeah. Jersey. Atlantic City. He goes, well, Salt Lake. I go, no.
One other thing that I noticed about New York City.
New York City. Every time you say it, you're saying a pastry sauce.
It does stink. And here's my ranking. So
I fucking hate New York.
So
sorry, New Yorkers.
There's like cigar smoke, just random cigar smoke. Then there's the sewer smell that you get. It's just random.
Piss. Yeah, just piss everywhere.
Then
I'll be fair, that's San Diego too.
Then there's horse manure, if you're around, Central Park.
True.
Then there's the sewers, the subway smell that just kind of wafts out of the grates, and it's a specific combination of 100 years of public transportation mixed with grease. It's such a unique aroma.
There's too many people there.
And then on top of all of that is this marijuana smell that is just,
which makes it better.
So Chris, what's there?
Slightly. And here's the thing. I mean, you guys know that I partake, and I don't mind the occasional wafting of the marijuana, right?
Mm-hmm.
But after hours,
you said marijuana, and your cat Mauser
just ran up.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh shit, it's going down, guys." No, I mean, after hours of it mixing in with the sewer smells and the subway smell and the random BO and it's not good. It's like walking into a bar. It's like, hey, I like to drink, but I don't like to smell like stale beer swill that's just been sitting around. It's just kind of like so random too. You're just like walking along and you're like, where the fuck is it coming from? Like, there's no one in front of us. Is it
Yeah.
just coming from the grates? Is it coming from the buildings? Like,
Yeah,
where's
it's
this?
coming from someone's car. They're driving
Oh
by,
my
walked
gosh.
out the window.
It's
That
like,
happened last night. Actually, when we were walking to the show, we smelled the weed, and my daughter goes, "Is there a skunk around here?" And I laughed out loud.
Are we in Dad's basement?
I laughed out loud. No, she does not know any of that.
Yeah.
I'm speaking.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know it was a secret.
Oh
No,
yeah,
no,
I don't. My kids
No, my bad. I
Chris-
told him. I'm sorry.
Oh no, but no.
Chris, you and I are
I'm
on the
speaking
same
softly because she's awake upstairs. Right
Chris,
now, so
you
I'm
and
not-
I, we keep it on the DL.
Yeah,
So,
it's
yeah,
the responsible thing to do.
It is.
But
Until it
I
is-
guffawed out loud when she said it, and my wife just like punched me. I'm like, why didn't we bring any to the show?
Did you see any rats in New York? Because I'm trying to figure out.
Not.
Because the two places I've seen the biggest rats, Washington D.C. and New York City.
I had a pigeon buzz me. I had a pigeon come close. Like I felt the flap of its wings as it came. The pigeon did not give a fuck.
You sure it was a pigeon, not like a?
It was a pigeon.
Something.
And it had that New York attitude. Like, you're in my fucking way, dude. Like,
did it honk?
No, it flapped its wings. So we had a good time though, and
Pigeons are fucking gross.
definitely showed our kids we took this big huge summer
Was that their first time in New York?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we took this big long 2-week summer vacation where we went across the West. So then to show them New York City, and it's like, yeah, this exists, and we were driving through Indianapolis today, and my daughter was just like, after being in New York City and looking at Indianapolis, it's like, oh, that's cute. It's cute what you did there with the buildings, because it is. I mean, it's just like it's just endless, and they got the subway experience. We did Grand Central Park.
I've never done the subway.
Really?
No,
it's fun. It's fun.
I have a car.
Until you get on the wrong subway, and then you're like, fuck.
Yeah, I did that on the train system. I've told this before in Switzerland. We got on the. It was like, what a fuck up. I mean, it's fucking nightmare.
Well, we were headed out of Manhattan and into Brooklyn, and it was just like, oh, damn it. Okay. And at that point, we're just like, we were so tired of walking. We just wanted to get back to the hotel and crash, So,
yeah.
But lots of great food.
You see the World Trade Memorial.
I walked past the 9/11 memorial. We didn't go up to the World Trade Center memorial.
Oh shit, you were there when the guy jumped down.
We would have been around there at the same time, but we didn't go up. We didn't go up to it. We were walking. Mm-hmm. We walked right by it. So we saw the 9/11 memorial, which is this really cool white kind of like spires that kind of like jut out. And
Jack's still contemplating what he wants to say.
He's thinking about a good retort or a good joke. And I got to see a lot of great art. Went to the Met, of course, and
nice.
the MoMA, and kids got to see Starry Night. There's just always like classic art pieces that I'm like, oh, kids, we got to see this. You got to see this, and
it's cool.
So and exhausted. I mean, just walked our legs off to the point where it was just like, you're just tired. So it was a good trip. Glad to be back. It was short and sweet. And,
would you live there?
No. There was a time in my life where I saw myself going to New York and living in New York, and that was in my 20s. But not now. I wouldn't.
I know I've told this before. When I was in my 20s, I had a chance to work with Donald Trump in New York at his ice rink.
Oh.
And I chose not to go because I didn't want to live in New York.
I don't blame you.
New York's brutal. I interviewed with Baba Booey from
really Stern.
From Stern, yeah. So I had a friend of mine who worked at K-Rock. This girl I'll just call it what it is. A girl I was trying to hook up with. She worked at K-Rock as an
K-Rock.
And back in the day when he was there, this is probably summer.
What a crock.
This is right after. I think it was springtime. Maybe it was winter. I can't remember. It was right after 9/11, though.
Springtime.
I'll never forget like going down there. Like it was when all the apartments down there, they all had those industrial strength like air purifiers in all the rooms because of the smoke and the dust. But yeah, I interviewed with Baba Booey, and I was offered a what do you call it?
Internship?
An internship for Howard Stern, and I didn't do it because it was unpaid. And I'd have to work from like 3 a.m. until 11, 12, right? And not get paid to do that, but then try to find somehow to work for the rest of the day to afford a place to stay in New York. So I was like, you know what? No.
Do you regret it?
No, I don't. Like, I mean, sure, it would have been awesome to work on Howard Stern, no doubt about that. But like, just the quality of life would have sucked balls. Like, that would have been the worst. I could never pull that
maybe
off.
you could have got your own show and made millions.
Could have, yeah, could have. My life would be completely different than it is now. There's no doubt about that. But you know, I don't know. I don't regret it. I don't think it would be it probably would have. I probably would have turned me off from the industry, to be honest with you. If you think about it, just like having to live in squalor, more or less, right? And having to work literally, 17 hours a day just to have an internship. No thanks.
Welcome, Jay.
Hello.
Hey, Jay.
Sorry I'm late. I got a new soundboard and it took a shit and died, so I had to go bring my old soundboard back.
The new one died?
Yeah, I got it. It's not. I got the Rodecaster Duo, so it's smaller and it had all these cool extra effects and stuff.
So you're gonna give me your old one?
No, unless you want to pay me. It's a $600-700 board, but
cheap bastard.
Hey, did you get that new table installed?
I did. So I have a new sit to stand desk. Check this out.
Whoa.
Just keep going, baby.
Jack, it looks like he's got the money to afford to pay you for babysitting.
I know.
You doesn't babysit my kids. What are you talking about?
I watched them the other day. I had 5 kids.
Other kid paid? Yes, absolutely. The way he fucking carts them around every single day.
Oh, now Jay's standing. He's full.
Now I'm standing, so I can stand in podcasts. And
How can you tell?
That takes it to another level.
I can tell his height in the room. I've been there. I don't know if you've ever been there, Jack, but
no, I've never been invited.
On one of my Geek Dad live streams. Matt's great on it.
Oh, thank you.
I've never been invited to a Geek Dad live stream.
Oh,
well, maybe the Geek Dad should.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't care. I know nothing about toys, so I'd be like,
yeah.
Where do you put the batteries in these toys? I don't know.
Yeah, you'd be the grumpy old man.
I can do that.
Yeah, see, I've never had a stream, I guess, to kind of like tap into that energy yet. But whenever I do, first,
I'm done. You said no, I can't have your board, so fuck off. I'm done. In fact, you know what?
You can buy it for me. I'll sell it to you for $4.
I don't know what he said. Did he say something? I don't know what he said.
The producer power goes to his head, Jay. Speaking of Jay and Ghostbusters, because Jay always reminds me of Ghostbusters. While I was in Manhattan, while I was in New York, got to see.
Firehouse?
I did. We walked right by the firehouse, and that was really cool. And then we also ate at Tavern on the Green, which
nice.
Yeah, nice.
Is featured in
famous.
There is no Dana. There's only Zool.
Yeah,
Tavern on the Green is where he goes up. Somebody let me in.
Yeah, we were sitting in the
and the people in New York were so concerned.
We were sitting right next to the glass windows, and my son was like,
"Oh, really?"
Yeah, he was like, "This reminds me." Yeah, he was like, "Oh, yeah, this is the."
Nobody ran outside and did the scene.
It was morning and it was rainy, so yeah, I don't think anybody gave a fuck. So,
I watch them once in a while, but they're in school all the time.
Like even they used to do like they would watch them like 1 week of whatever, but they have to watch the other kids so much. Like, oh, we can do a day. We can.
Well, we did this last.
We can offer you is one day.
We did this past weekend because they went to the mountains.
We did,
and it wasn't too bad. But it was just it was just another.
That's where it stinks. Where my other 2 siblings use my parents as like daycare.
Jeez.
And so by the time it's like, hey, can you watch Mike? It's like, oh, we're exhausted. I'm like, okay, well then.
We never said no. Fuck off.
I'll tell you though.
Like, this is how he responds. Like, well, I guess I don't get to sleep for another week.
I did say that. I did say that because this is day 11.
No, again, I don't blame you. I think they're just taking advantage.
But Zach was a huge help on Tuesday. Huge help, and I don't think his parents believe me.
No, I believe you. Zach, like when I have the kids solo, they're fine for me. It's
he was he was a big. I mean, I had 2 toddlers, and it was I had a lot of kids. It was it's been
Well, you started TikToking with him, which I think is smart.
Well, the only reason I did that because he insisted on being on the.
Did he? Okay.
I want to be on it. I want to be on it. I go, and I was so pissed at myself because after I posted, I said I should have put him in a hat and glasses.
Oh,
Damn it.
That would have been funny.
That would have been great. Cute. Instead, you didn't do anything.
Yeah, instead you just exposed him to the rest of the world.
Sherry's at a bar. I'm thinking she's had a few. What is he trying to say, Jack? Thanks. Soundboard is yours. Thanks for all the babysitting.
There you go.
He's not soundboard level of babysitting. Like maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll give him like a $50 gift card to Outback or something.
Wow.
Whoa.
No, you just order a fucking pork chop. And you go there.
Sounds like a regift.
Costco sit to stand desk. No, it is not. This is a Uplift sit to stand desk. I'm sure you've seen ads all over Instagram and shit. Or maybe it's just me.
Or you will now that he said it.
So. Google them once and they showed up all the time. But it's really nice. It's got a foot hammock. You can like put your feet on it. And then it's
you hate standing.
So I can move it around. So like say I want to change the view, like I could change. Hold on, there we go. Switch the desk to this view right here.
Yes.
I can move it around.
Finally, we get to see.
Yeah, we do it.
All of those toys. Oh man, you're making it happen. We get to see.
Again, I don't like going in there because I'm always afraid that a fire will start.
For those at home, Matt just raised his desk without electricity, so.
I don't know if I have that much oomph.
It actually is. Well, it didn't go up very high, but
it was a slight movement. The Elzers is still at the same level.
It moved.
Look at those toys! I'm so excited.
Hey, wait, it's cool. We never get to see that view. I mean,
this is why Matt gets to be on my show.
Oh, don't. These guys are gonna give me so much.
Oh
shit
no,
now.
it's breaking my heart.
But it's not like it's. You guys, are you jealous? Is that what it is?
No.
Because Nick's not here.
I'm real jealous.
If Nick was here, he would be like.
Jealous.
Nick did.
Usually I just shit talk Nick on the other stream. That's kind of
yeah.
Go to.
Yeah, it's funny because he typically shit talks you guys from here.
Exactly.
So much.
I mean, it's like, guess who didn't like this episode of Ahsoka? Yep, that asshole.
Hey, you know what? For what it's worth, sorry, Jack. Ahsoka was a pretty neutral ground, more neutral, positive ground for Nick than previous Star Wars shows.
Yeah, that is true.
You want to know why? Because it was all of dad.
Okay, I've just saved the show. You can thank me later, people. You can thank me later. I've cut off the Star Wars talk.
You just landowed my joke because I was going to say the reason why Nick was cool with it this year, or Ahsoka, is because the booty ratio to
booty ratio.
My God,
have you seen that meme of what's his name, the X-wing pilot, the guy from
yeah.
Oh
yes.
So there's a meme out there of his booty around it. This is why we really watch Ahsoka.
He's a really nice guy. He's also a toy tuber, and we've done streams together.
That's cool.
Really?
Yeah.
You check out Fudge. Bitter Asian Dude is his YouTube channel, and he streams and stuff just like us.
Huh. That's awesome.
Yeah.
The Kim's Convenience?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
He was on Kim's Convenience?
That's why he's the grandpa, I think, on Kim's Convenience, right?
Or the dad. Yeah. He's the dad.
Okay.
Oh, he's a toy tuber?
Yeah, bitter Asian dude. Really nice guy, a toy geek. Like he goes to toy shows.
He's great on Kim's
Okay,
Convenience.
see you.
But he does streams all the time. Bitter Asian Dude. Check him out on YouTube.
Nice.
So that's why all of us toy tubers really want there to be a Carson Teva action figures. They haven't done his character yet as an action figure, even though he's the only character that's been in like all of the Mandoverse series.
Right.
John
So anyway,
the Retired Guy, you need to check the tapes here because Clone Wars did it.
Why are we getting an echo?
So.
Oh, it's probably me. I'll change it. Give me a second.
That goddamn soundboard.
I don't want your soundboard anymore if it's going to cause problems like that.
If anybody hasn't seen Kim's Convenience, worth checking out. It's on Netflix.
It is funny.
And while we were on vacation in New York, we were at the hotel, and they have that stream option where you can kind of log into your Yeah. Well, the only app that you could log into was Netflix, and so we were like, what?
Hey, hold that thought for a second.
What sitcom can we? Yeah.
At this time, we're going to take a commercial break.
Oh fuck! I gotta write down this
3550. 3550.
3550.
Gonna be a 3550.
Well, since Nick's not here, I guess I'm taking notes. So,
did you guys do like an intro song? Because I think I still have the Ramblecast one on this old board.
Do you? I mean, we could have a late Ramblecast.
Yeah, can we like intro it like halfway through? Maybe I took it off this one.
The episode
mid-tro.
starts.
It's a mid-tro.
Yeah.
I like
Here
that.
we go. You ready?
Stuff.
Maybe.
From Raleigh, North Carolina, it's Jay and Jack's Ramblecast, a podcast about movies, television, games, music, sports, and anything else we want to talk about. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the second half of the Ramblecast. It's your good friends, Jack and Matt and Chris and Jay. We're here to talk about stuff. Yay.
That was back when people used to listen.
Oh, your voice sounded so young, Jay.
I was just a young, I think I was 20 years old when I did that song.
Are you fucking shitting me? It's been that long?
It was summer of, I wasn't. Yeah, I was 21. I'm sorry. It was summer of 2006 when I made that. So I was a young 21.
I was 26.
Whew. Matt, how old were you?
We still have ghosts here, Sherry.
Wait. Summer of what?
Summer of 2006 was the premiere of Ramblecast.
I would have been 30.
I was slinging medical devices, listening to you guys in my car, driving back and forth. And
oh man, you were in medical device sales. That's some good money there if you do it.
Yeah,
right.
it was.
In 2007, my daughter was born, and I remember specifically because I would always have to like put her to sleep, and I would put her down for a nap.
I know where he's going.
And I all the time, like I would be listening either to the Married Man or I would be listening to the Lost podcast, either or. And Warm Taffy would say something, Jay would say something. It would crack me up. It would make me laugh, and I would have to like hold it in and not laugh because you're
wait a minute. You say Jay? Hold on a second. Can I stop you a second? You said either Jay would say something or Warm Taffy.
Yes, or you.
Oh,
let's be honest.
I don't have to beg for a comment. Go ahead.
Here's the thing.
Finish
with the beauty of listening to Jack since 2005 or 2006.
It's the same jokes you get all the time.
Yep, it's the same damn jokes.
You do reach a point in your life where that's all your brain can handle. There's no new joke.
Well, okay, but
I mean, how many episodes have we recorded? Right, so I think what we're up to, like,
well over 300. Well, it's probably about 400.
I think we eclipsed the original Ramblecast.
Oh, for sure. We didn't do that many.
Ramblecast was seasonal.
So we, Matt and I and Nick, have already gone through those jokes at least 4 times.
Ooh.
Like,
yeah,
we're on our 5th cycle of.
Oh, you know what?
Jokes.
I had PTSD. I had to like leave this show for a while. It's like everybody was like, "Why did Matt leave?" And I was like, "PTSD from Jack."
Yeah, need a break. Which I'm surprised Matt came back, to be honest, because
it is.
He missed us.
It surprises me every day. I'm like, oh,
I can take it. I don't care.
We did lose Tim.
Tim wins.
Tim.
And I'll never understand why he just totally just said, "Screw Jack." I'm on. Because I never did anything.
I know why he disappeared, but I can't share it publicly.
Oh, it's a thing.
It's a thing.
Oh shit!
Yay! I can't wait until we end this recording.
He got his hand stuck in the dog when he was trying to
six
shit
years
it.
later. I just thought he just didn't want to do it anymore. I didn't know there was a thing.
Oh shit!
Because he used to stick his hand in the dog.
Yeah, I know. I got
But
that.
yes,
It
again, we lived through that. I was on the show at that point, right?
But it's funny though. He blackballed me in every. He wiped me off all his social media, and I'm not the one that kept sending him messages on Facebook to try and. You guys were all fucking with him. I never did anything.
But you know,
I was upset he left because then I had to start doing more work.
I don't remember fucking with him. Oh, I mean, we definitely fucked with him, but
well, it's because he got blue balled.
Anyway, let's
Yeah.
move on.
Jay's like, what the fuck, man? This is RCAD. We can cuss.
Yeah, luckily, like only 3 people watch this, but anyway.
yeah.
We're up to 7.
Yeah, thanks, Sherry,
Ooh.
Randy, and John.
Sherry, what are you drinking? By the way, you're at a bar. What are you drinking?
And also, what is
I'm
Sherry
drinking
wanna
too.
know
What
about-
I'm drinking,
about the goat?
bourbon.
Ooh,
Are you doing that
What
good?
you got?
and ginger beer right here.
I just
So-
said
What kind of bourbon you
bullet
drinking,
bourbon.
I love Bullet.
Yeah, it's just
Are you?
it's
did
cheap,
your in-laws go to
tastes
sleep?
good.
Bullet's great.
Your in-laws go to sleep.
I don't know.
Are they driving straight through New York tomorrow?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I luckily I work a lot and I have long hours, so I haven't really had to.
Because they
Hang
looked
around
at me
that
like I
much.
was stupid when they said where they stopped. I go, "Where's that?" I'd never heard of it. I don't.
Worcester.
They looked at me like, "You don't know?"
Nice.
I'm
You
like-
did a good job with that one, Matt.
Okay, thanks. Woohoo!
Yeah, no, that was
Worcester.
well.
You gotta go to
Wash your-
Worcester.
I gotta go
Hey,
wash your sister
Chris, before I
sauce.
forget, there's a guy in Survivor you would like. He's from Boston.
He is. He's like a good person from Boston. You are as well,
Thanks.
Chris. You
Yeah.
are as well.
I've got to be. I could be the yin to his yang.
No, you're good too. You're one of the good ones.
The funny thing is, though, he talks normal except when he's like in his confessionals, and then he's all, "I could have died. I'm a good swimmer. I'm a good swimmer." But he's not. He doesn't talk like that all the time.
The thing with Bostonians is in certain settings they will hide, they will mask their mass hole out of fear of
Being picked
people
on.
picking on them or judging them. So I think that's what this guy's doing.
What's
That's
his
my
name?
guess.
Do you know?
Jake.
Hold on, don't say. I'm gonna look at the pictures of the cast and I'm gonna point them out.
Oh,
Ooh, okay.
Oh, it's this guy right here with this douchey shirt and my haircut.
Here, share your,
and my,
share your
and my
screen.
beard.
Share your screen. Share your screen.
It's him.
No, just let's
pulled
share
it
the
up.
screen. Let's just see for everybody.
Make it happen,
Yeah.
Jack. Let's
Come on,
see
you
it.
gotta post it in. Do you know how to do it?
I know how to do it.
What is?
Does,
But if
does Jack
Jack's
know
in
how
control.
to allow
He
it?
spends all his time doing this. Yep.
Yeah. Fuck's sake. He's from Hanson, Mass. That's interesting. Yeah, that's not really a Bostonian.
Oh, okay.
But you're in Providence, Rhode Island. How the fuck does that count?
No, I'm not proud.
I know where you are. I know where you are.
I'm not from Boston.
I know you're not from Boston.
I
But you're
went
the
to
one who's
college just outside
made-
of Boston, and it's so much easier to call it that.
Who originally called you Boston? Someone
Himself
else or
in
you?
the
Right.
Jane Jack message board. His
Chris in
handle
Boston. Yeah,
was Chris
in
in Boston.
I mean, I get that
it's been that way for a long time. When I was in college, I was like 15 miles west of Boston, and that's when that gamer tag / handle was created. It's just
You don't want-
easier to say
You
that.
don't want to be called Franklin.
I wasn't in Franklin when it was created. I was in
right.
Framingham
I
when
was
it was
there.
created.
But
Yeah, the thing with Fs.
Franklin would be better. Then they think you're from the penis character.
Nick was Nick the Noid was his.
That's right.
That's right. That's why
Wow.
Nick was Nick the Noid.
That's right.
And then Matt, what was yours? I don't know. Did you
I
have one?
wouldn't have had, if I did have one, it would have been Alvar Hanzo. So, because I love that character. So,
Yeah.
Nice.
That
no,
message
he's-
board is still around, I think.
Speaking of accents, when we were in New York, we there was a police officer. You know, we were like walking past, and you know, he's like, "Oh yeah, blah blah blah." You know, he's like telling us that we can move on, and my daughter was like, "Wow, I actually like they do talk like that." Like he had that thick New York accent. She was like, yes, like that exists. You know, and I was like, yes, it does. For sure.
Said, fucking move on. Or is that what he said?
No, he was actually really polite. He was just like, he was just telling us like, you have to look both ways because
Wow.
So there
brings
is
back
if
some
you
memories.
if you want to go back,
Has anyone posted on it in a while?
I have archived and saved the original Jane Jack websites. It's janejack.com/lost if you want to go to
What
that
does it say?
one.
Bobby Loves Lost? Is that what it said?
Fucking global cash card.
Global
Jesus
Cash
Christ.
Card. Our Netflix sponsorship back when it was DVD only.
wow.
Which I
But
think,
you guys-
this month they're getting rid of all the DVDs. I think it's
That's how I started watching Justified.
That's how I started watching Lost.
Twitter when it was still Twitter. iTunes when it was still iTunes. MySpace.
God.
Look at that
We
logo.
still sell
for iTunes.
shirts. We have
Nope.
some stuff. I thought
I
we
don't-
had
And
that.
MySpace.
Oh, maybe there is, but there's the logo for the Jane Jack show.
Is it
Wow.
Look
MySpace?
over- MySpace is still here. Let's see if this still works. Let's see. Our old MySpace page.
No shit.
2,000 followers.
Fucking
That's how we
Jesus
that's how
stick.
we contacted stars to be on the the show.
Oh, is the forum finally dead? Wait. Oh, maybe this will take us there. Hold on.
Pro boards, dude. I'll never forget
Yes, it's
Pro
still
Boards.
alive!
It still lives.
Has anyone posted?
Ever, I was
Usually
a
it's just
moderator
spam
one
at this
night. That
point.
was
Oh
fun.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, here we go. 8K online, free old Henry torrents. We kind of
Oh
haven't
my
touched this
God.
in a while.
Uh,
Let's see. Let's see if we can find something with Chris in Boston. Let's see, Chris. Let's see. Oh shit! This is like old school search.
You
Oh
said,
my God.
"You guys
Is it
want to be my
HTML?
friend?"
Let's see. Oh shit. Chris in.
I don't know why I'm looking closer. I can't see it no matter how close I get.
Uh,
It's so small.
you got that like old man kind of like
Is it not indexing?
no.
let's see. Autism Speaks 2014.
Oh yeah.
There's
I had that
Jalen.
shirt, the state of the log carrying guy.
There's
Mm.
Ren mic'd.
That was my favorite shirt.
I had
That one.
my favorite shirt I never got was your first shirt, just the simple blue iPod with the Dharma logo on it.
I don't think I ever got that either.
Let's see, I'm trying to find. There's Ozzy Jordan. There's Colleen.
This is great content for those who
Red Sox. That's not you.
Well, you know what? That's
No,
that's
Red
why
Sox
you had to
was
join us live.
Red Sox was William. Was it William? I mean,
Manila
I
Raff.
do-
Remember them? I remember them. Stephanie.
Manila Raff,
Steph.
I still follow Raph. I follow Raph on Instagram.
I don't know. Where would you have posted a post, Chris? Like, what was your
I don't
favorite?
I don't even remember. It's been so
Uncle
long.
Igmar. I think he died.
Yeah, he did.
Oh.
Oh
He,
shit.
he died several years ago.
Miko Scott. Jack's Lost Stepkid.
I remember that one. Yeah.
Speaking of Lost, I had just recorded a podcast with Ralph last night, and
Oh sure,
He-
everyone but us.
it was you guys. wouldn't-
I'm just fucking. with you.
Okay. Anyway, he showed me though after we recorded that Michael Emerson is going to be on their documentary as well.
Oh really?
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty rad.
Yeah, no, it was
That's
cool.
a good
He
get.
showed me a little.
I mean,
screenshot.
Emerson's pretty easy to get. Let's just be honest.
Okay, but still,
anything.
It's still a
But
big. It's still a big name. I mean,
Come on. You gonna shit on Michael Emerson?
We
No, I'm
had
not
to-
shitting on him.
we had to pay him quite a bit of money to come to the party.
We did. What do we? It was like 15 grand or something like that.
No, it was
No
like,
shit.
It was like 35,000, wasn't it?
He kept renegotiating the appearance fee because I think like first pass was 10 grand and they were like cool, and then his agent was just like 15 grand, and then we're like cool, and then his agent like last week or like pushed to like 20 grand. It was a lot of money.
I thought it was
Yeah.
35,000
Maybe it was 35,000. It was a lot of money.
because they were offering 30,000 to someone else, but they didn't want to do it. And anyway, and then he was pretty. He was drunk, wasn't he?
Oh, he was shit faced
From the Jay Leno,
he
from
came
the
from the
Jimmy
He came
Kimmel.
to the Jimmy Kimmel finale because they were all
Okay.
there, and then we hired a limo to take him from the Jimmy Kimmel finale show to
should have had a writer in that that contract that said, well, if you're shit faced, it's half.
Well, it wasn't our money, so it's pretty.
Can you imagine like being like, "Hey, I'm at the Jimmy Kimmel finale show. I'm getting pretty rocked," and I was like, "Oh man, my alarm's off. I gotta go make fucking 20 grand off these fucking assholes who do a podcast."
but he was
great. But you know what
money,
though? He was great because he came in, he did the red carpet. That's where we saw, went and gave him a hug. I was like, "Ooh, I can smell what you've been drinking." And then because I've met him a few times up until that point because he's good friends with Jimmy Aquino. It's kind of well known. So we've hung out with him.
We met him in Hawaii too.
And Hawaii. And
there I was shit faced.
Shit faced in Hawaii. But by the time we got to like giving away the van and stuff, he was on. And then when he did the panel, the hour-long panel, he was on. So he was great.
And I made him laugh. I don't know what I said, but that was my highlight of my life. I made him laugh. He didn't hear all my old jokes. It was new to him. So
you had the first pass through. Nice. All right.
Yeah.
It worked.
Yeah. See, I just gotta get new people. I need to get new co-host. What, about once every 2 months?
Oh, come on. Come on. What are you talking about, man?
I did say today because Jay goes, "Why are you still doing it?" I go,
pictures of Kate?
I go, "They're my only friends."
Yes. Those are. I can't find. I don't know, Chris. You were here though. I remember your picture too because it was like a very small picture, like like that.
I don't remember what it looked like. To be honest with you,
I do.
I don't.
Ever loves Hugo? Let's see. Do you maybe respond to that one? I have to go back a few years because you probably were like.
Jay's diving. He's on a deep dive.
Jay's like kill the show. But
yeah, whatever.
Okay. It's okay.
Memory lane.
It was that message board and the fuck was it called? Colleen show, Metro Buzz.
Yeah.
It was that board, and then in this one you shared a lot of people going back and forth between those boards. I'll never forget though. That's actually how we organized the trip to Raleigh.
Yeah.
That first one, the trip to Raleigh when I first came down. What?
I don't think he said Raleigh the first time. I think he said
Raleigh. He said Raleigh.
I'm gonna go back and check the tape.
What did you think I said?
He said
Raleigh.
Actually, no. Jack, can you do me a favor? Can you pronounce the word wolf?
Wolf.
What?
What the fuck sounds like that? Wolf.
Wolf. Wolf. Wolf. Spell me went.
This is
come on, just say it again. Just say it for
Wolf.
us.
Wolf.
Wolf.
I can't say it.
This is why we miss you, Jay. You've got some deep nuggets here. Drag them out of Jay, and you're not afraid to go for the king. You're like,
yeah, you guys revere this guy too much. Let me.
Oh damn!
The power. The power. The power.
I will say, back to the original though. I was saying that we organized the trip to Raleigh, like on a fucking message board, which is wild to me, right? It was before like any like Facebook or anything like that. I mean, it was before Facebook. Yeah,
how do you think they planned January 6th?
I remember like being like, Jesus Christmas.
Who's on the takeover of the U.S. message board?
Oh shit.
But I remember Illyrio, making friends with Illyrio and legitimately like planning out our trip by going back and forth on a message board, right? And then
some kind of
well, like I think
I saw that.
We met Illyrio and you in person that same Comic-Con for the first time, right? Because I remember, I think it was that year, was it, that we met you? We knew we were meeting you, and then we met Illyrio randomly in line for the Lost Podcast.
That's when I found out, oh, you're from Canada, so you play hockey. He goes, I just started. I go, how? Wait, what? You're from Canada?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And he goes, yeah, I started playing hockey. I go, I don't know who you are. Go ahead.
I just remember I was like, oh man, Chris is so cool. He's so much older than me. He's like so cool. He's got his life together. You know, you're probably like 28 or some shit. I don't know.
So what was that? 2007, 8?
Yeah, remember when the Patriots beat the Chargers? That's
I don't know what year it was.
Yeah, I was probably about 27, 28 years old at that time.
And I think I was like 22 or 23.
Yeah.
Whole life ahead of me.
I think I was like 38, 37.
Oh, shit.
I had a 1-year-old, and there was no way that I was getting out. There was no way that I was getting out of this house.
That's true. That's.
There's
I
all
mean,
three
Illyrio
kids
had
for
his
me.
second kid. Almost missed seeing them at Comic-Con.
I could not.
Yeah.
I could
Yeah,
not.
I don't know how.
It was
because there's a lot
the
of people
last-
that do that. I don't know how they get away with it.
the last Comic-Con I went to. It was the shit. When was that? It was the year after we had the Ramblecast, the
Married me?
Media Junkyard party.
Oh, Media Junkyard.
I can't remember what year that was, but I came home from Comic-Con that year, and as I got home from the airport, my wife told me that we were having a kid. So that
That's
was
awesome.
it is awesome. It's also coincidentally the last time I got to go to Comic-Con.
Did she get pregnant while you were at Comic-Con?
Yeah, Jack.
Yeah.
I'm just asking.
She sure did, man.
Oh, God.
It's funny how like
Boo.
I remember my wife when she was pregnant with our first, and she told me, it was kind of like one of those moments like, you are, like it's just like, so like she woke me up, and it was like such a, but I don't remember the second. I don't remember when she announced like that she was pregnant with the second. So, but I definitely remember the first.
I remember the third because I was pissed.
I've heard that story.
We just started a business, and I was like going, great. I go, we're already fucking broke. That's great. Fuck.
If you want to enjoy,
maybe I should be happy.
if you want to enjoy parents being pissed about stuff, just look up gender reveal fails
Oh,
on
God,
TikTok, because
Oh.
those are fun. Those are fun. I was like looking through. I was like, you people are sick. You guys are like so sad.
The best
Like-
is when they like loft a softball, and they miss the swing and then just land on
Smack
the
some,
floor.
or they smack somebody in the head with a bat.
Yeah.
What about the
Yeah.
people that burned down a whole town?
Yeah.
Oh
that
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Mm.
People are awful. Like honestly, human.
Let's
The
see.
human race is
Why don't we
unfair.
do the fire thing in this dry brush? It'll be a great reveal.
For our first, we just had the tech. It was just like she just told us. It was like not like it's some secret. We had to like do a reveal. And with our second, we just were like, don't tell us. We just want it to be a surprise.
Oh, nice! You did the surprise for
So,
the second one.
We did the surprise. Yeah.
I wish
And
we
so-
did that for the second one, but Colleen didn't want to. She didn't want to wait.
We didn't do a
the
surprise for either.
Yeah.
We did the surprise for the third, but the ultrasound. They go, oh, I think I see something. I go,
Right.
is it a penis? And he goes, I think so. So when they go, it's a girl. There's like complete silence on the tape. It's like, huh?
I got that tape. I can go look that up real quick.
It's like what?
Relive that
Jeez.
moment.
I
It's
could have
a-
chosen the second one. I could have chosen.
Yeah, I
the
remember you
girl.
talking about that. Yeah,
My,
Ultimately
I
did
mean,
not
I'm
do
okay. It doesn't matter.
I was in the, I was
I
there.
was hoping
all
one of them
going
would play
down,
baseball.
and as my son's being born, and they say like, oh, it's a boy, and I was, because we already had a girl, so I was hoping for a boy, have the set, be done, and so I
I'm
was
collecting kids. I want the full set.
Gotta catch them all.
So there's that moment where like I was just like I was kind of overwhelmed, I was just like,
Yeah.
my wife, she just gave birth without any drugs at all, and
No
she's
shit.
yeah, she's in complete pain, and I'm like, I gotta sit down now.
You
Well,
sound like Russ.
Colleen went natural for the second one because she didn't have enough blood platelets for an epidural. So it was involuntary.
Well,
natural
my
birth.
wife didn't have enough time. Like she
Oh, okay,
wanted,
nice.
she said like, oh, I want the drugs. And
Yeah.
they were like, there's not enough time. It's coming. And she was like, no, like
Yeah.
she was like so mad.
Unfortunately,
Matt
Colleen,
Dillon was
That
like
goes. I'll take them if they're there. I mean,
unfortunately for Colleen, I think it still ended up being like 24 hours of labor, and it
Ooh.
was brutal. And
Oh,
it
when-
was
when
and what's so crazy about that whole situation, this is where Colleen is such a more powerful human being than me. She
Which is one of the reasons, or one of the ways.
Sure, many. There's many. There's a long list of reasons why she's a much more powerful human being than me. But it was a harrowing experience. Like there was points in it where she was like 4 feet above her covers because like she had back labor. So like
was
back
it Exorcist?
It was like every contraction she would like levitate off the bed, and it was me and the nurse like holding on to her to make sure she didn't fall off because each one would just like spring her out of the bed. But anyway, so it was nuts. There was blood everywhere. It was like I was in a fucking MASH unit, and she did one push, and Alex went out to like the shoulders, so he was out of her from shoulders in, and they were like, "You gotta wait till the next contraction to push." She was like, "I can't fucking wait," and she just fucking pushes him out. Anyway. It was insane.
Across the room,
like pretty much. It was.
Sherry wanted to hear a ghost story, so
it was a fucking bloodbath. And anyway, this happens. Colleen has like lost a lot of blood. Like she's like almost like she's lost her color. And maybe like 30 minutes after, she's like she's holding Alex. She's like, I could do that again. And I was like, shut the fuck up. No.
Because she would like another child, right?
Huh?
She would like another child.
She would, because but that's why I don't I think something about a natural birth, like you almost immediately forget or something. I don't know. But I was just like, what the fuck are you? Did we not just experience the same thing?
No, Jay.
We clearly, because I was just like, that was fucking.
I've had a couple of poops that probably been close, but
it was insane. I was just like, what the fuck are you talking about? You just. That was a fucking war zone. Like, what are you talking about?
I know what you speak of, Jay, because I was flabbergasted that my wife was just like, okay, I'd like to have another one. You know, I'm like, what?
What do you mean?
Yeah,
like it wasn't that bad actually. Like, what do you mean it wasn't that? We literally, the nurse and I were holding you on.
You should have filmed it, and that way you go. Yeah, because maybe she didn't remember it.
She doesn't. It was like 10 hours of screaming. Mm-hmm. At one point, were
people like this? Were people next door going,
quiet? You could hear her down the hall because I went to go to the bathroom at one point. And, but
Can you believe that racket that girl's making?
They were like, well, maybe we can try laughing gas because it was all back labor, so it was like incredibly painful.
Oh, the back labor is the worst.
And
was it like the face is coming down on the spine?
Well,
right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so yes. she gets her labor in the back, but so they put the mask on just to see, or I think just to kind of muffle her screams, because every time she was screaming, they would put the mask on and like, ah! It was awful. Anyway,
we're laughing about it now, but you know,
we're sure.
So, for future verses I just printed a new die for us.
Oh,
nice. So, is it a D20? What is that?
It's a D20.
Should we talk about the verses?
Okay.
Yeah, was there a controversy last time? I feel like I kind of paid attention to your all's chats. Like, did something happen?
Nice.
I don't know.
If there was a controversy, I'm familiar with it.
Can your camera not focus? What the fuck? There you go. Jesus.
Yeah, hang on.
Phillies are up 3-1 in the seventh.
Damn it! I kind of want the Braves to win this one, so people will shut up about it's an advantage to have a week off.
Oh, big bunch of babies. All right, let me go to the Facebook page.
Sure. Yeah, let's. I mean, Nick will be so sad that he's not here now. If Nick won, we have to wait until he's here because he gets to pick. That's how we've been doing it, Jay. Is like whoever wins the versus gets to choose.
I won 3 weeks in a row. I was like making Jay picks.
I've basically said that because of his age and Facebook, that's why he keeps winning.
Oh, like he's hitting the target demo.
Yeah, exactly.
Not this week.
Okay.
The debate was someone famous at 40 years or younger that died before, at 40 or younger, that
it was like our favorite
that we'd like to have back. I don't know if that's how we phrased it.
I don't remember.
That's a weird phrasing. I'm gonna sit back.
Yeah, I thought it was just that we messed or something.
Favorite. I thought it was
that we were upset that they died. Either way,
okay.
At 8% of the vote, finishing in last was Bob Marley. Who had Bob Marley?
That was me.
That was Chris. Yeah.
Chris, you're always in.
That's a good pick. I'm surprised.
Finishing in second with 28% of the vote, was Jimi Hendrix.
Oh,
What?
that was me.
Ow.
That was my pick.
Finishing in third place. I'm sorry, finishing in third place with 16% of the vote was
Wait, what?
Princess Diana.
Okay.
Oh,
That was
that's
mine.
a good pick.
I was going for the
You're going for the win. I like
demographic.
that.
You were
and it
going for the audience. We called
but
it
when Nick came up with this, I said, well, that'll win.
Okay.
With 48% of the vote,
John
winning
Lennon.
it outright was
Yes.
John.
Yeah.
I almost
Fuck,
picked it.
fuck
Who
John
had first
Lennon.
pick? Who had first pick?
I had the last pick.
I think Tris had first pick. So
I think
And your
did,
pick was
yeah.
Bob Marley?
Yep.
Yeah.
You had John Lennon available to you? You didn't pick John?
Yeah.
I had John Lennon available, and I didn't pick John.
Jesus.
So
You guys
yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah, Randy says favorite celebrity that died too young. That's what I
Favorite
I think
celebrity that died.
I think it's the way Nick. I think it's the way that Nick
See-
phrased it.
Hey,
Jay is
Just like
like
39 years
the live version of the Facebook comments right now. like
You guys are fucking idiots.
fucked that up. Why'd you pick somebody else?
I don't like those
The
picks.
question is, who is your favorite person? Not who I think your favorite person.
No,
is.
see, fuck that shit. Are you here to win the goddamn game? Or are you here to just fucking, I'm going to pick my favorites and whatever happens, happens? You all have gotten fucking soft since I've been on this show. You're soft. You're
yeah.
soft.
I was
You're
high.
soft.
Okay.
I'm trying all kinds
I
of.
Well,
was-
except for that point when you were talking, when we saw the other toys. Matt was definitely not soft earlier. When you did this thing.
I was excited. I was excited. Let that be known.
That's
So Jay,
good.
Sherry
Dude,
asked, what would be
the
your
firehouse is there. He's like, oh, show me the pole.
Well, I guess we're gonna have to wait on Nick then, because it's
Yeah.
his pick.
pick?
So.
Jay, what would have been your choice?
Even like it's the I think the rock star died too young, so like Kurt Cobain, John Lennon.
Mm.
But I think you have to pick one of the 27 Club. If I did, so I'm shocked that
27 Club would have probably been a better.
That's why I went
competition.
Jimi Hendrix.
that's why I think Jimi Hendrix is in the 27 Club. He's
Janis
older.
Joplin, right?
And I think I was stuck in this mindset of like what I would like to see what they would have done. So I was kind of in that mindset where I was like, ooh, Jimi Hendrix living through the 70s,
Yeah.
maybe hooking up with Miles Davis. What would rap been like for Jimi Hendrix? What would
Dude, how about Bob Marley, man?
Yoko would have been on that rap album.
Here's the thing.
I didn't pick
Bob Marley, I think he did what he was gonna do, right? John Lennon, no offense, I think we captured the best of the John Lennon writing.
Oh, and I totally called out Nick because he was like, well, I would have liked to see the Beatles reunion. And I said, you would have hated what they would have done.
Yeah. Oh, he would have hated
He would have
it.
hated it. He would have hated it. He would have been the biggest.
I said they
player.
they probably wouldn't want to do another.
They would. I think if Lennon lives, I think they do. Much like I would say it would have been comparable to Simon and Garfunkel, where they fucking hated each other, but they still reunited several times,
It would
even
have
up
been
until
sometime in the
2010.
90s.
You
Sometime in the
finally came
90s,
crawling
the
back.
Beatles would have beat
Or
them.
Fleetwood Mac.
Fleetwood
Like,
Mac, they fucking hated each other, and
I'm
they
not
still
saying-
came back.
I'm not saying
multiple
because of
times.
my point was not because they hated each other and disliked each other. My fact was that it had to be the most grueling experience because they couldn't possibly get any rest at hotels. It was nonstop.
No, I
It was
get it.
right.
That's
it was just overwhelming.
I get
something
why
to
they
have to-
broke
that
up,
they-
right? And
Yeah.
and honestly, I think most of the Beatles have generally been on much better terms than Fleetwood Mac or Simon Garfunkel. All these bands that actually don't like each other. I think Lennon and McCartney we're on good terms. Like, sure, they're like, I'm good. I don't need to do the Beatles anymore, but I still love you. Like, it just, to me,
No, I'm saying it wasn't so much hate. I think it was the fact that they.
yeah, it was the business. They always said like we broke up because of the business side of it, not
Yeah.
because we didn't
Yeah.
like doing shit together.
I mean, it was what 8-9 years of just nonstop studio tour, and again, you can't go anywhere without being mobbed.
I mean,
anywhere.
I know you.
I mean, I know the feeling, but
Like, Jack, I know you hated whenever anybody brought up the Get Back documentary, but I feel like that really did encapsulate.
I hate
them.
that.
Yeah, didn't you hate it whenever everybody
No.
else was talking about it? Oh.
No,
Did you watch it?
I watched the first episode.
eating watermelon.
Oh, come on.
Jesus
The
Christ.
third one was like so
Third
good.
is triumphant.
Like
Yeah,
it's
okay. I
almost
still gotta get through the second one.
Second
Yeah,
one's.
but
I like the
second
second
was-
one.
I liked it. I just one of those things where I stopped watching it and moved on to something else.
well,
This-
Jack, you were notorious for like I don't like to see mom and dad fight.
Yeah, but
I don't.
the beautiful
I'm
thing
just saying.
about that documentary
You're
is
not wrong.
the first episode is them at Twickenham, and they're not feeling it. The vibe's not good. But then in the second and third one, they've moved to their studios, and they're just like old mates again, just jamming and having fun. And it's just
Wasn't
it's
the
so
first
cool to
one
see.
like towards the end? It was all Yoko. Yoko was there, and I'm like, what the fuck is she doing there?
No,
There's
I mean,
more
she
of
was
her
in all-
screaming. She's in all
She,
of them.
she was in all
Yeah.
of them.
I
But
know,
they don't-
the screaming
But I mean,
part.
like
They don't
just-
hate her
Yeah, like leave Yoko.
Okay, but
out
I
of
do.
this.
because
Well, I
you
think
hate
that-
women, and we've all known this for a while.
Really scary, Jack. It's really scary. Get it under control.
What? Hating women?
Yeah, it's unacceptable.
No, I hate you.
All right, title of the episode: Jack hates women.
Yeah.
There it is.
That's great. That's great.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
Post it and I'll sue.
Oh, okay. It's
Okay.
not like I dropped you off of the Forbes.
Hit me
List.
and I'll sue.
Nice. Good one, man.
What movie? Hit me
tried.
and I'll sue.
Uh,
Then he hits and sue me. I ain't got no money.
I
No idea.
don't
Rocky
know.
5.
Oh,
Oh yeah, the memorable one.
what everyone considers the most quotable and memorable.
It's the Return of the Jedi of the series.
Have you seen it?
Which one is it?
Rocky
I honestly don't remember. Hey,
Yeah.
what's
It's where it's where
yeah,
it's
I
where
tapped
his-
that once
So
he
when he has
won
the
the war.
street fight.
he comes
Once he
comes
won the
back
Cold
he comes
War,
back
I
from
was like,
Russia.
No,
After he ended the Cold War, he comes back from Russia.
that's it. That's
next
where it should
day-
have ended.
And his son ages like 10 years in just
Is that with
one
Milo
day.
Ventimiglia or no?
No.
That's the next one.
His son was actually his son.
Rocky 5 should have been
Sasha-
Rocky in space.
Oh, is it right?
Yeah, but in the Rocky
Agreed,
4,
Matt.
Rocky what?
Rocky 5 should have been Rocky in space.
He was supposed to die.
asteroid.
He was supposed to
Boom.
die.
These punches are this world.
I like Rocky. I don't know. That's a good dad joke.
Yo,
Anyway.
Pluto!
Apollo. I made it.
Hey, Jay Tula funny. All right.
Oh shit.
What the fuck's an Alpha Centauri?
Oh shit.
I'm
Uh,
sorry. That's
So
No,
no
that was
verses this week because Nick is not here to,
Yeah.
or we let Jay do it.
Yeah, I'll pick for him. Fuck him.
But you have to pick what the verses is.
Oh, what the verses is?
Yeah, what we're
He's
versing
gonna
about.
be so pissed though. He's gonna
Yeah,
be-
Oh, he's gonna be so mad.
yeah.
He's like,
let's-
what?
That's the
Jay
thing. Here's the thing about Nick. He's always mad. He's just kind of that's his
He's
default
like
setting.
he is Bruce Banner. He's the Bruce Banner of the show.
Yeah, like
I'm always
he
angry.
is like 4chan personified, and it's just like
4chan.
Would that make Jay the Iron Man of the group?
no. Boston's the Iron Man. He's the
okay.
Tony Stark motor mouth kind of.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll
okay,
take
okay.
that. That's fair.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to like see like where we're all fitting on
Are
this
you guys
event.
still talking about Nick's his colleague?
We only just got back to him.
Pretty much. It's just been an hour
Um,
of Nick Benching.
I don't know
the
what
best, the
I'd
best
be
thing is when
whoever.
Boston's not here, we can talk about because we know he's not going to listen to the show.
It's true.
Yeah, it is.
This-
So yeah, and Nick though will listen and be like, "Okay, I have notes." Love you, Nick, but seriously, you'll have notes.
Best
all
thing
right.
about this sequel trilogy: best Abraham Lincoln moments.
Shit,
That's
Matt,
Reese.
you're right. Can I choose? Can I choose?
Well, you know what Nick would choose:
Go for it.
the theater. Boom.
The theater.
No, I won't do Abraham Lincoln. Let's.
Okay.
I think best things, favorite moments from the sequel trilogy. That should be-
Okay, wow, this is an interesting choice here for the verses. I like it. Favorite things from the sequel trilogy.
Favorite
Wow.
moments from the sequel
from the
trilogy.
sequel trilogy.
Well,
You know,
got-
now I don't want to do it because I'm going to have to put it up on the Facebook page.
What's wrong with that?
It's work.
he doesn't like to put it up.
No.
What? Here's the
Put
thing.
it up.
Here's the thing.
Put it up.
Check. All you have to do is like this much work, like this much. And your ADHD is so bad that like just even that little bit of work, you're like, fuck, I'm not gonna fucking do it. I can't fucking do it.
I got a lot of George Costanza in me. I'm sorry.
No, you got a lot of like
Jack was in the pool.
like it's just like it's like just the littlest
Under the
amount.
pool.
Oh,
But you know this shirt?
Yeah.
It got in the water and it shrank. It shrinks.
Sure.
It shrinks.
I'll come over sometimes and Jack's sitting there eating like 10 scoops of ice cream.
It's all over my face and
It's like, shouldn't you not be eating? You're kind of, you shouldn't be eating that much ice cream at your age. Shut up.
I don't have gas problems afterwards.
I don't have stomach problems. I eat more of this dairy.
I haven't had ice cream in like 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
It's
Wow.
been about an hour and 20 minutes for me.
Yes, Colleen does owe me sunflower seeds, and she dumped all the sunflower
Hey,
seeds.
Jesus Christ, Colleen tonight? Whew.
Man.
Bought
All
a
right.
brand new bag of sunflower seeds.
David?
Alex spills it once, and then Colleen, she decimates it.
Well,
just
first
knocks it
first
out.
she yells at me, "You didn't give them to Zach, did you?" I go, "Yeah, I gave him a bag." And he goes, "No, he can't have sunflower seeds." I go, "I didn't know."
Yeah, she didn't tell you no, so you're not in trouble. You're fine.
Well, I gave him to her before she showed up. I didn't know.
Which
No
is
one told
fine,
me.
whatever.
Yeah.
Colleen is just a default no. Like she's got to lighten up a little bit. Colleen, you got to lighten up a little bit. Too
Wow.
stressed.
Jesus, dude. She's in the chat.
Lighten up, Francis.
The thing is, Colleen is so easy to rile up. Like she is probably. I'm surprised I'm not hearing her scream.
She's coming on the stream and like
That's what I'm
8
waiting
seconds.
for. I'm like,
8
where's
seconds.
Can she?
or
be a type of
I'm
person?
surprised I'm not hearing the thumping of her walking
Eat
because
shit. She says eat shit.
she walks with her heels. It's like kong 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 kong. So I'm surprised I'm not
That's
hearing
how
her.
your son runs.
Yeah, I
Look,
know
I
her
had-
and Colleen. Kong 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 kong
I
kong.
had some
Colleen.
moments like that.
That's how your son runs. Her and Colleen.
And Matt
I guess
knows
I could.
we have really nice couches to sleep on here because Matt, I think, has fallen asleep on all of our couches in this house.
You're talking about Matt Treese in the
Matt
chat
Treese,
here,
sorry.
not
Matt
not
Treese,
me.
not
So,
you, Matt.
So just for those listeners, and you gotta join us live. If you're not joining us,
All right,
live
all
for this
right,
podcast-
proof.
Oh, I'm
Right.
hearing some thumping upstairs.
Remember I said Sherry was drunk?
Yeah.
Here's proof. Wait a minute. Colleen is awesome.
Jack. Jesus.
She cannot come to your house, but
She
maybe
could
will.
kill me, all right? Why are you being so hard on her? She's great.
Chris, roll the dice. Let's see who's going first. You got the
All right.
dice. You got the.
So
fancy
this
dice.
is on the last three terrible ones.
The
What?
three.
What?
So I gotta figure out a moment that I liked.
Yeah, your favorite moment from the sequel trilogy.
So who got 11?
Or-
I didn't roll yet.
Oh, okay.
Ready?
All right.
You're,
All right.
Who's
Who's
going
going
first?
first?
you're just showing us numbers.
Okay.
I'll go first. So
All right.
it's gonna be like a
Jesus,
one.
what's this camera angle? Blair Witch?
Seven.
7.
Oh,
Seven.
Pretty low. Okay, I'll take it.
Jack, are you next?
Sure.
Is that an
What is that?
18?
18.
Oh, fuck.
18.
Okay. All right.
I like this new die.
Jay?
What do I got?
Is that a
15?
It
15 or
is. I'm sorry. I'm
It's 15.
holding my
looks like.
phone here. It's a
like
15.
Blair Witch project here?
Yeah, exactly.
It's
I'm so scared right now.
A 15 Pro Max project. Yeah, you got me some slack. All right, here's my roll.
What-
14.
What is it?
14.
Matt in last place.
Jesus. Okay.
I love that
all right.
Jack gets first pick. I don't know if he's seen all the sequel movies.
I've seen them all.
Okay. All right.
Through my eyelids.
No, I've watched them all. The last set, it was that middle part where I was like, oh my God, I get it. You know how to do special effects. Fuck off. What did Jay get?
You're first. You get to pick
You're
first.
first. That's all you
Okay.
need to know. You're first.
I'm
What is
going
your
with,
favorite-
Hold on. Time out.
Yeah.
This is sequel series, not prequel series. So this is 7, 8, 9.
Okay. Got
Which
it.
is 7, 8, 9.
That's the new ones. The ones that came
Force
out.
Awakens, Last Jedi.
Where
And-
Carrie Fisher died.
Yeah, and they kind of
Okay, I'm going with
zombified her in the last one.
Carrie Fisher dies, but yet they CGI her. CGI.
Her in 9, she's alive for the entirety of 8. Okay.
So I'm going with that one. The return of the return of CGI Carrie Fisher.
Well,
Dead Carrie Fisher?
Wow.
Zombie Carrie Fisher.
I'm going the return of dead Carrie Fisher.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna put CGI Carrie Fisher.
CGI.
I think they're using scenes, but
they're using scenes that they already shot, so they didn't CGI her.
I thought some of it was CGI.
Hold on, we got a new viewer, Liam O'Connor. YouTube brought me here. I have no clue what's going on. I was watching hockey fights. Well, Liam, welcome.
Let's go.
Welcome,
Yeah.
Liam.
This is like a hockey fight over the prequel or the sequel trilogy.
We're about sequel trilogy right now.
Yeah, I used to play hockey, so I've been in a few scraps. And Chris, you don't know who Chris is? He's going by the name of Hello. Actually fought someone at Gillette Stadium.
Yeah, got in a fist fight and lost.
You can't. You can't use that.
And Matt was just in New York
because someone literally just got killed in a fight at.
And well, this was years ago. And Jay, he'd never get in a fight.
No, somebody punched me in a fucking subway in New York.
But it's only a fight. It's only a fight if you punch back
in a New York.
I didn't punch back. I was a big homeless man. He was like,
"You're just called a victim."
And he cold clocked me like cold. I didn't even notice he was there, right in the face.
I wish someone would have filmed it because that's a lot of YouTube hits.
It probably. And then I people don't realize this. I'm actually kind of an angry young man, and I ran up and I grabbed him and I pushed him back, and then I realized he was like, I was looking at him like this, and I was like, goodbye, and I walked away. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Why the fuck you hit me? And then just like a moment, you ran into me, and I was like, yeah, all right, I'm walking.
Okay, hold on a second. Did we lose Liam because Jay started talking?
This was a really good. I like that. So
okay. So my favorite moment from the sequel trilogy.
Hold on a second. I didn't know you were going next. Okay, go ahead. Favorite moment from the sequel trilogy.
For me, I love a lot of the sequel trilogy. I am somebody that loves The Last Jedi. A lot of people like to shit on The Last
trilogy
Jedi.
or
sequel. Again, can you say wolf for me?
Secret trilogy. Spell me Went. W-H-E-N-T.
George Went.
George Went.
He's looking old, isn't he?
Yeah.
I love The Last Jedi. I think what it was trying to do, I get what it was trying to do. I'm not saying it's perfect. I'm not saying there's things you can't critique about Last Jedi. But something that I love is the moment where they kill Snoke, and then it's Ben Solo and Rey fighting together to get all the Praetorian guards.
I'm not writing a whole script here. Just give me like a couple word.
Rey and Kylo Ren duke it out with the Praetorian guards.
It's really a pretty cool scene.
It's really cool.
It is good.
Wait, Rey and Kylo Ren.
Like, so that whole scene, killing Snoke, Rey and Kylo join forces to take out the Praetorian guards.
I'm just going to put Rey and Kylo join forces.
Fine. Whatever.
Well, that's
2 movies, kind of.
Yeah. You got to say join forces, kill Snoke. Just put join forces, kill Snoke. Fight Patrol.
Is that when he was on Undercover Boss?
Make love
No.
and have a baby. Got to put all of that.
Like give me as much Kylo Ren, Daisy Ridley making out sessions as possible. They're hot.
All right,
they're both hot.
So Rey,
say it.
Kylo. Well, he's from San Diego. He was born in San Diego.
Is he? That makes sense. Hot as hell.
Fuck San Diego. Who's next?
Chris,
Ted Danson was born in San Diego.
You're next. Yeah.
It's gonna be the.
Wait, hold on a second. Is Liam is still here? See that's how Chris gets angry and starts fighting people at stadiums. Go ahead.
It's gonna be when we first get our eyes on the return of the Millennium Falcon.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, that's pretty good. That's
so
pretty good.
And in that crazy.
Where they're kind of running away. It's like that piece of junk or whatever. Yeah, that's good.
That's my pick. Is the return of the Falcon.
Nice.
Return of the Falcon.
Nice.
Falcon the Snowman.
I'm gonna make it simple for Jack because he is almost a centurion here himself. Luke's lightsaber duel with Kylo Ren.
Oh, I love that one too.
That's a favorite.
Okay, so Luke's
lightsaber duel.
Lifesaver too.
What was the phrase again? It was like everything you just said wasn't or was wrong or something funny.
Yeah, everything you just said was wrong.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And I'm not the last Jedi. I was just like, fuck yeah.
Yeah. And just the fact that
I am your father.
He is so peaceful about it
Yes.
too. Like he is totally balanced and he's basically just buying them time.
Yeah.
Which we see happen in the Ahsoka series. Is just buying time for somebody to escape. So anyway,
I met Ryan Johnson not too long after the movie got released.
You did?
The Chewbacca,
Yes.
gender reveal part.
Chewbacca gender reveal was good.
I do. That's
no
one
one knew that he had a little Wookiee in there.
There's a few things I do miss about the Apple Store, just like the random celebrities that would just come in if they're in town. My favorite one that I got to meet, well, two, Weird Al Yankovic, and
we lost Liam again,
and Dave Chappelle. Those are the two favorites. Two of my not favorites. Actually, no. Who's the guy that does Prices Right now? He was in there.
Oh,
Drew
Carey.
Yeah.
He was nice, but he had he broke his phone and he came in. He's like, I'm just gonna buy a new one. I'm like, oh, I guess you can. Uncontracted, just paid $1,000-something or whatever it was. I was like, I guess that makes sense. He makes $20 million a year doing Prices Right, by the way. Isn't that kind of crazy?
Wow.
It's awesome.
What?
And then, but the worst celebrity was
does he sexually harass anyone?
Sinbad came in begging for a free iPhone. I was like, no, we can't give. But I'm Sinbad. I was like, I can't give you a free phone, man. You got to pay for it. Like,
and you got him so
I was like, listen,
you got him so upset he had a stroke.
Listen, I love Shazam. I think you were great in it. No, I'm kidding.
He was great. His stand-up was great.
I love Sinbad. Was it the one?
It doesn't sound like it.
But he's just like, he wanted a free iPhone. I was like, I can't give you a free. You got to at least have enough money for an iPhone, man. Come on, it can't be that bad now.
I think he was broke though, wasn't he?
I think he is, sadly, but
well, he had a stroke. But
he had a stroke.
I think
I've seen that. Yeah, this is before the stroke. I mean, I last worked there almost a decade ago, but
the IRS comes for all of us at some point.
They do.
Bastards.
I joke. I kid. Anyway,
oh man, Nick's gonna be so pissed. I love it. Whenever he's on next, can you just bring me on just so I can watch? I don't even need to be on live. I'm just gonna be in the green room and I'm just gonna watch.
I'll make sure we can do that. We can do that. I'll tell you what. Is it really important to you?
This is a trick question.
I'm just saying, is it important for me to have to go through the effort to remember to invite you in?
I'm in the same threads you post the damn links. That's how I got into this thing. I was just like, here it is.
I could eliminate that, but is it that important to you? Give me the soundboard.
It's not. It isn't.
Do it.
Ooh, soundboard.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, there'll be a new message, new thread next week, guys.
I'll just ask Matt. He'll invite me.
I will. I'll send you the link. I'm a trader.
Brown nose. He's not going to invite you on any more shows. I don't know why you keep kissing.
I would have Matt on every single week, but he was busy with Own and Brews. I would have done it every week.
It was a thing. Yeah, we had our own podcast that we did, spreading the love, spreading the Star Wars love. This was a fun.
And the thing about
topic.
Beauty of that show that Matt and I did is that people watched. It was really nice.
I'm not here for viewers.
I'm a lover, not a.
I don't even fucking care about them.
Clearly, if I shows.
I kid.
Actually, I could show the chat. I could. No. Anyway, I think it's time to wrap it up. It's 11 o'clock.
Yeah, you wanted to make this a tight hour. Look at what happened here.
Then Jay joined the show and started talking about.
He asked me to join. We were chatting at the baseball. I was like, "Hey, Nick's not here tonight. Do you want to join?" And I was like, "Well,
I did want to say I felt bad because my grandson is up, and these umpires. I get it, it's little league, and they're just learning how to play and stuff like that.
This is all.
My God, this umpire today. This kid had hit like 17 kids in a row, walked a bunch of kids. So poor Zach goes up there. And this umpire is calling pitches. I mean, it's like there's no fucking.
In the other batter box, and one was like above his head, like and strikes.
And then someone in the stands goes, "Oh, come on, Blue!"
It was you.
And it sounded just like that. And I was like, and Cindy looks at me, and goes, "I go, it just came out. It just."
And the ump kind of gave it. I was like, "Fuck, man! Now he's gonna strike him out."
And he did.
He struck him out
on a ball that
hit
hit
the dirt. There's a
hit
pitch
the
in the
dirt.
dirt. He struck him out.
Before it hit home plate. I'm like going, but you're trying to teach these kids. And then his coach, all season we're trying to figure out, where did he get this uppercut swing? Where did he get it from? And then Jay noticed him working with another player during the game. The coach is showing the guy, that's to gain more, to generate power.
Yeah.
No, we're not doing fucking. What do they do now? Upward launch angle. Like,
yeah,
fuck, we're not
that's
doing
what he was doing.
Here.
I'm like going, they shouldn't be just learning the basics, just putting the bat on the ball. Plus, the fence is 300 feet. I don't care who the kid is. Nobody in this at 10 is going to hit the ball 300 feet.
9 or 10, yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm bringing my son to his soccer practices, which is like herding fucking cats.
Yeah, running around.
4-year-olds running around like crazy. Dude, he bit his tongue. He fell down, and he bit his tongue because he runs with this like,
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan, yeah.
Dude, and he bit right through his tongue, and he didn't give a shit, but he looked like fucking Dracula. He bled for 4 hours.
Like Nolan Ryan. I think Nolan Ryan took a ball to the mouth and it cut his tongue open, and then that's that famous shot of him with blood all over his jersey.
Yeah.
But he stayed in the game.
Like
he did.
Like he kept playing, but he legitimately bled for like 3.5, 4 hours. Like we got home, like I got a gauze pad and like try to help him squeeze his tongue. He did it. He actually did a really good job with it, but he just kept bleeding everywhere.
Did he get stitches or what'd you do?
No, he's fine. It healed
up.
At
that age, and you have parents screaming and yelling, and all the kids it's just one big wave going this way or that way. I know when I was coaching years ago, hockey, I coached the mites, I coached the squirts, I coached all the levels. And the guy that was running the league, we gave up a goal to it. We were playing another rink, and the mites gave up a goal because they all went to after the puck. And he goes to me, "That's your fault." I go, "Are you fucking kidding me?" He looked at me like, I go, "You do know these are mites." I go, "What do you want me to do? Put bungee cords and attach them to the board so they can only go so far, and they come springing back?" I go, "Come on, get out of here. Just get away from me." That's when I had a temper.
Oh, I never noticed.
Yeah. You have a temper? What?
I don't have a temper anymore.
Hey, I found something fun. You want to see young Jack in a Lost Vidcast?
Yeah.
Let's just have some fun. Let's party a little bit. Hold on.
Yeah.
and then we're gonna wrap the show up because it's time for bed.
It is time for bed. Hold on. So I don't. Oh, I gotta change my audio so that it picks it up.
Oh my God!
Shut up! God damn it! Hold on.
That's why we never won the best produced podcast. Just saying.
Fuck off. Here we go. Hold on.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Let me make sure I've got it. Okay, here we go. Jack starring in the Lost Vidcast, episode 1.
That's good acting there. How did I not get an Emmy?
That eyeball is so real. Oh.
And the thing is, I had to lay there forever for Cliff to figure out how to film it.
Oh man!
Look at all of that hair! Holy
happened?
Shit!
You should have
only one chin, basically.
Podcasting for dummies.
I think that was my idea.
When is Jack getting here?
That's cute. They want you in the studio right now.
That's great.
That was my idea.
That's great.
Oh man.
You know what? That's it. We're gonna start the show without him. I'm just gonna do the show myself.
This is me like every week on the RCAD.
We're starting the show.
I know it's just a small part, but we get a better actor.
Look at those graphics.
3D graphics. I remember they sent it. I was like, "This is perfect."
It is. It's
the Lost Vidcast. If you guys don't subscribe to our channel, you can't see this.
The Lost Vidcast. My name is Jay, and as well, Jack unfortunately couldn't make it today for today's Vidcast, but he did say he was very busy, and he was
couldn't have ironed the sheet. Jeez.
I'm here. Let's go.
Those were green curtains at the room. Oh, I have my hat.
Well, you're also like, hey, I don't need this top button.
We wanted to show a little bit of the chest moss there.
Hey, you know, it's like you can take the Tom Cruise out of, or Tom Selleck out of.
Well, Jack graced us with his presence, and we'll just do this over, Cliff. Welcome to the Lost Vidcast. My
Thanks,
name is
Jim.
Jim, and I'm Jack. And we got a lot of great stuff for you today. We got some Lost video clips. That'll be good. We from around the internet. We got some. A segment.
Where's your notes?
I was waiting for an hour and a half, and I had them.
It's resolutions like watching like
I know there's like 20
pirated movies off of like LimeWire.
And
I feel like I'm still waiting for my internet to catch up.
on the next episode as well.
It's supposed to be on an iPod video. Like it's not
Sure, yeah.
YouTube then.
Here we go.
2000.
Wow, and I mean even the style of that iPad or iPod, you know, it's like old school. So, wow.
People would send in videos to be like parodies and shit.
Wait, Will, come back. You don't have time.
And then Ryan would do updates from the island.
Oh, right.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Consecutive episodes beginning in February. So what have they been up to? Well, last month all the action
Looks like a porn podcast.
It looks like a porn podcast.
transcended into the Miami Central University's medical library for a Juliet flashback. This is episode 7, the first one after the break. Inside with some laboratory and morgue scenes. Interestingly, a front.
Well, we had to have someone professional on the show.
Accidentally let slip that we're going to see Ethan Rom. Outside in the street, Elizabeth Mitchell talks with an older man played
Ryan
by
is such a
Jelko
professional. Like,
Ivanek.
He is.
He steps into the street
I
after
love
they
it.
talk and is violently struck by a bus. This past week was
It's Apollo Candy Bar.
filming activity in
Oh my gosh.
Honolulu for episodes 8 and 9.
look how young
The
Ryan
plane
is.
auction space at
Seriously.
of Luluanu Avenue and North King Street was turned into an antiques shop, but the real show was a few blocks away. Ford Street Mall, a major pedestrian thoroughfare in the heart of our financial district, was transformed into London. There was the red telephone booth, of course, a newsstand.
Dude, I remember this episode.
It was covered up and turned into
New
some-
Sagent.
And of course, the entrance to our satellite city hall was turned into an entrance to the London.
I remember listening to this, not watching it, but listening to him discuss
And that
this.
means you probably guessed that this was a Desmond flashback, and Henry Ian Cusick was there looking quite dapper. But the big surprise was the appearance of Charlie, or Dominic Monaghan. Desmond finds him playing
this was-
guitar, busking for spare change on a corner. This week, Lost moved up the street, Port Street Mall by Hawaii Pacific University, and they transformed that area into Bangkok, Thailand. While interior shooting took
Oh,
place at the
I hope
restaurant
they
across the
find out
way,
about those
particularly
tattoos.
at that
Yeah.
parlor, I'm told. The Lost crew worked hard to turn a Honolulu street into a bustling Asian capital. They hung several signs, most in Thai, advertising dance clubs and sketchy hotels.
And
They put
kites.
things of colored lights. There were street vendors, of course, selling various kinds of Thai food. Much of the meat, by the way, was real. We saw them pulling it out of coolers and sneaking a bite here and there.
Oh.
And small stages were set up, complete with fake beer and real peanuts. As night fell, they put in some finishing touches as the crew moved over from Indigo. There they turned on the lights and the magical scene came to life. Of course, all that work, nearly 2 days of setup, will net probably 20 seconds of final footage, in which we'll see some slinky dancers dancing away on the street, while Jack follows a mysterious woman in red down the street and down a
Yeah.
narrow alley.
Yeah,
Well, that's
it's
it.
making me want to
How
go
Lost
back to
goes
season
away,
3.
let us
Eileen.
wait. Hopefully there'll be more tidbits to share as the weeks drag on to make the hiatus just a little more bearable. All you have
Drag
to do
on.
is eye on those Lost
This is the
fans,
last
subs,
writer's
that's
strike.
support
Was
the cause,
this?
and of course,
Yeah.
Lost Fan Podcast. Reporting from Honolulu,
Now we got the
Lost
actor strike.
Podcasting Network. My name is Ryan, and on behalf of my partner in crime, Jen, we wish you good luck.
Aw.
Namaste,
Rest in peace,
and
Jen. We missed
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, love
Yeah.
Jen.
Yeah. She was a
Mm.
good person.
Here we go. Here's the. We switch. Here we go.
Check out Hawaiian.com/lost if you haven't. I'm pretty sure you have, but if you haven't, check it out. Best
People
lost
love Ryan.
blogging
They
on
like
the net. Nothing less. Nope. He's the best. So we're gonna go into our next segment now, and the last segment for
I gotta take this.
Boston.
Yeah.
He's right here. Yeah. Hold on a second. Don't put your hand.
Well, I gotta take this call. Hold on. Yeah.
We have a strict no cell phone policy.
To take this call.
That's it's just.
He's probably gonna go drive.
Back, but dude, it took like 45 minutes. We can't even.
I had a phone call. It was important.
But now we can't even do the next segment. Now it took so long.
We'll just
And I switched my hat.
I assume that you bought Apple stock.
Within the
time you're talking. You Magnum PI. Yes,
how did you physically do that?
Your button's done up now.
We know what that.
Can we finish this?
That is the last straw. Cliff, I cannot take this anymore. We had to wait an hour for you even to show up, and then like 45. You took us.
First, you said it was an hour and a half.
I thought this show was going to be an hour.
You weren't you told me we have always worked together on this, and you're going into your hole that you're way better than everybody else.
No, it's far from it. You told me I had to be here at a certain time. You didn't ask me. You told me. It's not the J podcast. It's
Bull the J podcast.
Bull the J podcast. We don't want the J podcast. It's Jay and Jack.
Why don't you show up on time if you want it to be so important?
Start treating me as an equal and not as.
Oh wow, we get a fourth wall break here.
Wow.
Yeah. Wonder.
Well, you know what?
I work on this podcast all the time.
How skinny Jack was. He's so.
You gotta do this. You gotta do that. You gotta do this. You know what?
I was repping a lot.
That's
Ironically, Jack still is bitching about doing this podcast.
That's everything. You give me to think about that. It's instead of slander, you can talk about.
J podcast. It's
you know what? That's fine.
Goodbye.
That's fine.
I don't need it. I don't need it.
Go ahead. Turn off that camera right now. I am like sick of this.
Oh. He's
now
finding himself.
The forest. That's not there anymore. They tore it all down.
It's now condos, townhomes.
Ooh, I like that sound effect that you got there. You know, it really makes me feel like I'm in the woods.
What was I moving there?
Yeah, you moved nothing. You fucking moved nothing.
You're like, they'll put it in post. They'll put it in post.
That's called acting, damn it.
Oh wow. Hey, there was a smoke monster there. Oh wait, there's a mirror out there?
There's a mirror?
Huh. I'd love to see him looking at Jack now.
All you need now is a Wilhelm scream and it's complete.
Right. That's the ladder to start the construction of the condos.
I still have that ladder.
Something makes you unlucky.
Right? And thus began the bad luck.
I'm just a kid.
You're probably like younger than me there.
Knew these wouldn't work.
No place like home.
Your jokes. It's so.
Just imagining like these. You're just throwing them at your kids.
Oh, we found a hatch.
Oh.
Looking down the hatch.
Yeah. This is
some. How do we not get an Emmy for this?
Had to have been the acting.
2 hours.
Acting's outstanding.
Oh, look at those Nikes.
Yeah.
Dude, look at the lawn mowing shoes that you were rocking.
Chris calling it.
I do. I think about you day and night. It's only right to think about the girl
forgot all about this crap.
And hold her tight. So happy together.
Was Captain Kangaroo in here? Oh, jeez.
It just keeps going.
Like this podcast. I was going to bed by 11.
Hello, not anymore.
Again, if you want to see this, you have to subscribe to the podcast. Just click on it. It costs nothing. I think I'm going to the bathroom. I'm taking a dump.
It's the same thing.
Ah, good
The
time.
cliffhanger at the end.
Wow.
Yeah.
Leave me wanting more there.
Yeah,
Oh, that's nice.
that's episode 1, 2.1.
Those were warm Taffy's walls.
What about another
First I read it
commercial?
something different.
What about another commercial break? Just
Yeah,
to
let's do another
throw it-
commercial
throw it
break.
in and-
Another
And
commercial
then
break.
close the goddamn show.
Yes. All right, everyone. Thanks for joining us. We love the chat. It was great. Thanks, Jay, for showing up and making the show go even longer.
You're welcome.
But we thank everyone. We're going to thank patrons that reach a certain, whatever it is,
Threshold.
Do you need
threshold. That's what that's the word I was looking for. We want Eckhart Richter, Glaffelder, Maggie the Magnificent, Joanne with the plan. Thanks, Jay. I'm echoing here. And Ed, the creepy, poopy letter carrier. Thanks for what you're doing. Thanks for everyone who listens to us.
The greatest
Twice right now.
Twice, and then we'll have Jay will be a visitor the next time to hear Nick's complaints about his verses this week.
Great.
And then
pick,
we'll let Nick. Are we gonna let Nick pick? Nitpick.
Yes.
He'll definitely nitpick it.
Are we gonna let Nick pick the next verses because he's owed one?
I don't know. I mean, if
What
he
if
wins,
Jay wins?
you know, if Jay
I'm not going to win.
wins-
I think if I had to pick out of these, I think either Matt or Boston wins. I think they're the populist.
Why?
picks.
People hate
Okay.
Carrie Fisher and they hate women. Is that what?
No, I just think that nobody likes that. Nobody likes zombie Carrie Fisher. Sorry.
It's the only thing I could
No.
remember from it.
Wow, that's the only thing you took away. Okay. Well, you know, the thing that I took away from this podcast is that we have a lot of people that join us in the chat. Join us live on our YouTube. You can
You
see
need
all
to.
of this stuff. You
That's
do.
truly how you experience this thing.
Yes.
Live on YouTube.
I guess Liam just came in here for a minute and left.
Would you?
Yeah,
give
we had a
Liam
random
break?
join, which is
I
fun.
mean,
But the thing is cool is that he probably, if he's talking about a hockey fight or something, that's probably from Crazy Hank or Just Hank or I don't know, whatever your new YouTube channel is these days. But
Jack likes sports.
Crackpot Sports.
whatever that is. Yeah.
Just
so it probably
crazy.
came from that, which is cool.
Yeah.
Well,
Algorithm,
outstanding.
man, it works.
Oh, right.
This
I didn't
was a
think about
very
that.
unique show. I would almost
Actually,
say
you know
that
what?
it was
That name
one
does
in a
sound
million.
familiar.
Oh, you just ran over Matt's thing. Let him do his thing. Come on.
Matt doesn't stop talking. Okay, go ahead, Matt.
This was a truly unique show because we had Jay, you know, and not Nick.
Yeah.
And it was
how
one
much
in a
better
million.
was this show without Nick? Can we just acknowledge that it was way better with me here than Nick? Thank you.
I sometimes I miss that southern drawl, you know. So
I'm not saying that because next week we'd love some ghost stories. It's Halloween season.
okay, we'll try to bring the ghost stories next week, Sherry. On that note, Jack,
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't want to talk over you.
I'm not the producer. You got to close it out. You got to click the button.
Well, I didn't want Jay to get his panties in an uproar and go yell at me again. But anyway, thanks for joining us. We'll be back next. Are we coming back next week?
I assume.
Sure.
We'll be back next week on Thursday night, 9:30.
Sounds good.
All right. See you next
Sounds
week,
good.
everyone. God bless.
Peace.
Bye-bye.